13-0. ELAC in 2019 went 4-6, and one of its victories was against the same Compton squad. They'll open up from the 25-yard line as they shift over into a full house backfield. Interesting formation here for Compton. 3 down linemen for East LA. It'll be a run to the right side, cutting back towards the end, and a gain of 8. That was Jelani Brent with the carry. So East Los Angeles up 7-0. 12:25 to go. The home opener, the season opener for East Los Angeles. So last year against Compton, East LA won in decisive fashion, a 60-7 victory. Rudy Garcia, the current starting quarterback, as a freshman, went 6 of 6 with 66 yards and tossed 2 touchdowns. Here, they'll keep it on the ground with Hill. Hill will try to push the pile. Does he get enough of the first down? Looks like he might. Chain gang looks like they're moving, so a first down for Compton. Compton in the 2019 season went 1-7. They're led by their third-year head coach, Al Dorsey. Now in his 5th year with the Compton squad. Was first an assistant before becoming the head coach. Here, a empty backfield. They'll shift over again into a full house. Interesting formation. A straight line behind the quarterback. Pitch outside. That's Anderson trying to find the edge. A flag comes in. Instead, we'll lose a couple. That'll create a 2nd and long at the 11-minute mark. We'll see what the marker is. So only 7 returning players for East Los Angeles coming off the 2019 season and the canceled 2020 season. Just 7 guys, and most importantly, Rudy Garcia, the current starting quarterback. Early on, has completed 3 passes thus far. We'll bring you stats as soon as we get them. So after a personal foul, Compton will get pushed to the 47-yard line of their own. 1st and 10 at the 11-minute mark. Huskies 7, Compton 0. Compton really likes to shift over players before the play starts. Octavius Battle shifting over his running back, and a whistle here. Back judge throws a flag. So a delay of game. Compton just taking their time there. At this point in the 2019 game, ELAC was already up 21-0. Here, Compton's still in it. They'll keep it on the ground, right side. Decent pickup by Muhammad. He'll pick up the lost yardage, almost back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11.
Eventually, yeah. Okay. You'll hear me. I'm just trying to see if I can keep going.
So from the 46, 2nd and 11, 9:55 and rolling on the game clock. Battle shifts 2 receivers to the left side now. The blitz comes in. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll run left. The dog pack all over that one. Zach Caminera with the tackle, the product from Damien High School there. Anderson going for a loss there, a loss of 2, so Third and long now. Last year versus Compton, ELAC put an impressive 306 yards through the air, and collectively as a unit completed 73% of his passes, compiling over 150 yards. And of course, East Los Angeles is still led by their fifth-year man, Bobby Godinez, as Battle will operate in a shotgun set. He takes the snap, completes to the left side to McCroker. Croker just a gain of 4. That'll create a 4th and 9 now. We'll see what Compton elects to do. Looks like they're going with the special teams unit now at the 8:40 mark of this first quarter. East LA 7, Compton 0 thus far. So before the season started on Thursday, there was a little bit of a scare that the season might have been delayed or postponed due to a player that tested positive, as Compton botches the punt snap. The punter, Battle, will carry. He boots it, shanks it to the visiting side. So a punt that'll net negative yards and put East LA instantly in enemy territory, so advantage East LA. So going back to our story, the season might have been delayed. The first 2 games might have been delayed because a player did test positive for COVID. A team doctor from a third party was suggesting to cancel ELAC for 10 days, which would have canceled game number 2 against Chafee, but because coaches and players followed all safety guidelines and protocols, they were granted a pass. So here they are with the 7-0 lead, what might have not been. So East Los Angeles from the 45-yard line will attack towards the east. And Trayshawn McMillan takes over at quarterback as he'll hand off. Left side run. Munoz with the carry, a pickup of 2. 2nd and 8, 7:45. Clock continues to dwindle down. East LA 7, Compton 0. So McMillan, more of a slasher, a runner. Gives East LA a good dose of athleticism. He'll take off right on cue. He'll pick up the first down across the 30, spins off a tackle across the 25 and gets chopped down just before the 20-yard line. Big pickup by McMillan, and that's exactly what he adds to East LA in the scrimmage game.
Unfortunately, Dan, that play is going to come right on back. There was a flag thrown right as the snap was going. Looks like there's a holding call.
A lot of times when you get a mobile quarterback and he gets around the edge, you know, the offensive tackles won't know that the quarterback has run by him, and they'll still be in their engaged block and hold there. And that's the case here, so they'll be backed up a few. They'll be backed up 8. So 2nd and 18 from the 47 of their own. But East LA in the lead, 7-0. Opening score came from Jaden Mason, a 1-yard TD run. So McMillan and the Huskies will try again. Snap, play action, rollout. McMillan looking, completes. Kadeem Richards, a sophomore from Montecito, New York, with the completion, picks up some of the lost yardage and then some. So 3rd and 5 from the 40 now, and once again into Compton territory at the 6:40 mark. of this first quarter. East LA 7, Compton 0.
That's exactly the play the Huskies needed right now with that previous penalty, pulling them back so many yards, getting back everything they lost and then some.
So Munoz has shifted over to the left side of McMillan, and a false start against East LA. So shooting themselves are the Huskies. So what was a manageable 3rd and 5, now 3rd and 10, 6:29 on the game clock. McMillan runs over to the sideline to offensive coordinator Drummond, Coach Drum, as we like to call him.
And it looks like there was another penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. He backed up another 5 yards. That's what it looks like. Something's going on.
Yeah, you could see Coach Gudino's giving a mouthful to the head referee, Tony Clayton. Now I think they're going to be held there, partner. So 3rd and 10 from the 45 of Compton. McMillan in a shotgun set. 4 wide, 3 wide receivers to the far side. McMillan, 3-step drop, steps up. Tosses, complete to a diving Richards with the big catch.
Very impressive catch under that 2-man coverage. They were all over him, and he ends up pulling up a big one.
So both quarterbacks having success thus far. Garcia in the first possession. Here McMillan in the second. They'll move fast at the 5:45 mark of this first quarter. Munoz carries right side. Gets around the edge and instantly is clipped. Flies forward to about the 16-yard line. Pickup of 4 there. 2nd and 6.
Munoz to Monterey for the Huskies. Pickup of 4 on the play.
So East Los Angeles doesn't huddle. Instead, they look towards the sideline. And they look for the coach with the white gloves, Coach Drum, as they set up in a pistol set this time. 4 wide. In the backfield, this time is Jaden Mason. Screen right side, well over the head of his intended receiver, Jalen Ross. Just too short there. 3rd and 6 at the 5:06 mark, first quarter. East LA 7, Compton 0. So East Los Angeles was so close to not suiting up. Good thing they've been following the rules. They're trying to get to an 85% vaccination record, meaning 85% of the team is supposed to get vaccinated. McMillan with the snap, plenty of time. The cross pattern complete to Ross. Ross nearly gets in. Instead, it'll be 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. So the completion, the connection to Ross. On the clock, 4:45, first quarter. East LA operating quickly. Instantly in a shotgun set. Mason in the backfield. It'll be Mason with the carry. No, McMillan tries to get around the edge. Picks up about 1. Gets clipped and flies forward. So teams are going to have their handful when you face McMillan, as he gives East LA a different look at quarterback. Here, same formation. This time it is Mason. Mason gets out of the pile, but forward progress will stop play, and flags come in at the 4-minute mark. So a face mask will be called against Compton. So it'll be half the distance and an automatic first down. So Compton giving away some points possibly now.
Potentially, the Huskies are already in prime scoring distance, given that they had a 1st and goal. Now they're just inches closer.
Going back to the sign of the times, talking about COVID, for East LA to get shut down completely, it would need 5 players to test positive. So they're down to 4 more players that they're allowed to have COVID with. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mason into the end zone, 1-yard carry, and a 13-0 ball game in favor of East LA. That's Mason's second touchdown. Both TDs from a yard out.
Mason making it look easy so far in this game against Compton.
So as players were trickling in, assistant coach and special teams coach Andrew Tree was acknowledging players who were barely vaccinated yesterday, and he was just trying to see if they were feeling symptoms from the vaccination. Most of them were just saying that they had sore arms, nothing really major. As the extra point up and through makes it a 14-0 ball game in favor of your home Huskies here on SportsNetUSA.net. Dan Gudino alongside Albert Robles. Home opener, season opener. So actually 5 games, I believe, were canceled this afternoon because of COVID. I do know what was reported. RCC's, Riverside City College's home opener against Mount San Jacinto was canceled, where 5 players tested positive for COVID on the San Jacinto side. And also the Fullerton hosting Santa Ana game was canceled as Santa Ana players tested for COVID.
And you hate to see those cancellations happen, especially when you know how hard these young students actually work to, better themselves and put together a competitive team on the field, only for it to be shut down.
So back deep to receive, Raziah McCoker and Tyreek Hills. Not so fast, the ball falls off the tee for East LA. Christian Reyes, wearing the 69 jersey, will be booting it. East LA 14, Compton 0, 3:58 to go. It'll be Hill who probably gets an attempt. Nope, touchback. So the Tartars will come out for the second possession on offense in this ball game. So today marks Coach Godinez's 42nd game. He has a 58 winning percentage. After starting his career with back-to-back winning seasons, he's on back-to-back losing seasons here, trying to turn the tide off to a good start here against Compton in the home opener. 3-man down lineman. High snap. Carry up the middle, a pickup of 2. Anthony Barmer with the carry there. Just a pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 as we wind down this first quarter. 3:30 remains. East LA 14, Compton 0. Compton fighting out of the American Mountain Conference, and East LA out of the National Northern. East LA used to battle out of the American Mountain. But after Bobby Godinez's successful first year, they were bumped up into the National Northern, where they have a chance at a state title. Receiver in motion into the backfield. 2 in the backfield. Pitch right. East LA all over it. With the tackle, Omar Carranza. That'll create 2nd excuse me, 3rd and 9 now as we get a stoppage here. Injured player possibly?
Potentially, looked like there was a little bit of a scruffle at the end, conclusion of that play, but I don't see any flags, so the referee might be discussing something with the coaches.
I think penalties will offset. Let's see what happens. I did see the head official call out unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, offensive one on the plate, ball moved down to the 26-yard line of the Tartars.
So both teams taking a breather here, trying to cool down. Warm the day, 91 degrees at kickoff here in Monterey Park. Thankful and grateful you could join us here on sportsnetusa.net. Our live coverage of Huskies football, brought to you by NutriShop of Monterey Park, your sports nutrition, weight loss, and vitamin experts. Still in the first quarter, 14-0 East LA on top of the visiting Compton Tartars. 2:48 on the clock. Octavius battle in an empty set, 3 wide near side, 2 lone receivers far side. Battle barking orders now. 3-man rush. Battle eludes one. Under duress. Gets a clean block. Battle across the line of scrimmage. Won't pick up much. Pick up a 4 to a 30. And we got flags late. So this game's been chippy all game long since the beginning. Lots of extracurricular activity after the whistle.
And there's really no surprise in the chippiness of this game so far. I mean, 2 years ago, when Compton and ELAC last played, that was a doozy of a game as well. So, I mean, really no surprise that it's the same here 2 years. Like, even though there's only so many players returning from 2 years ago, it seems to be there's a little bit of a
sort of
rivalry
like
of sorts, I
yeah,
guess.
cross-town matchup. Compton traveling 17 miles, about less than 30 minutes into Monterey Park. Compton was here early. They were excited. They were here 3 hours before kickoff. And it's only a 30-minute drive.
That shows you the willingness to actually show up and compete. So far, they're down in this game, but clearly they're heart's in it given how aggressive they've been so far, even though it hasn't paid off just yet.
You get a sense if East Los Angeles just cleans up the penalties, they'd be up by way more. Because offensively, without a doubt, East Los Angeles is the much more superior team on offense. Here Compton gets backed up after the extracurriculars.
And it looks to have been a personal foul on that previous play. That explains why they're backed up so much further than they previously were.
So it's been about 3 minutes since we've taken a snap, partner. The Zebras always know best. They've taken control of the game at the 2:30 mark. First quarter, long first quarter. Compton's still in it, trying to battle back in it. The 6'4" Octavius Battle takes a snap, 5-step drop over the middle. No one there in the vicinity. And another late flag comes in. 2:25 on the clock.
That's going to be a personal foul on the defense. Huskies is giving up some yards to Compton right now.
So that'll be an automatic first down for Compton as they get pushed up near ELAC territory to the 44-yard line.
And even though that first down and positive yardage came on a penalty, Compton's very fortunate to actually have it. That ball came very close to being intercepted by the Huskies. Compton's very fortunate that ball hit the ground just before that Husky defender.
That official asking for the clock to start winding. East LA comes in with the blitz, run up the gut, picks up 2. Second and 8. So in the Bobby Godinez era, ELAC is undefeated against Compton, 4-0 thus far. Trying to extend the win streak. Coach Godinez is the guy who's actually brought some respect back to East Los Angeles. As Battle sits in the pocket, steps up, spins off a defender, but will get clipped from behind. Tackle credited to Anthony Osuna, the freshman from Montebello High School. Will be credited with the tackle. Battle gets back to the line of scrimmage. That creates 3rd and 8 now. 1:25 and rolling.
Battle on the keeper.
Godinez also operates as the athletic director for East LA, the former All-CIF and All-State defensive back, won the 2000 CIF championship at Los Altos with his papa. Godinez first went to Air Force and then came back, bounced back to Mount Sac, where he then transferred to his alma mater, San Jose State University, where he was given All-Western Athletic Conference honors. So Godinez overall in the ELAC era, in the Godinez era, 24-17. Here, battle for Compton. The fade route to the outside, drawn to perfection, down the sideline, touchdown, Tartars. Quick strike.
That's exactly the play that Compton needed right now to respond to the Huskies' offense so far. Huskies dominated them early. Compton responds. That Compton receiver, once he caught it, he was gone. The Huskies' defense was not going to catch it into that end zone.
57 yards into the end zone. We do have a late flag that was thrown in the backfield. So slow down. Let's see what the call is first.
Who caught that? Who caught that? One.
Isaiah McCoker, the recipient. 57 yards, beautifully thrown. String of a pass, right?
Beautiful pass. Like possibly the best pass so far that the Compton quarterback has thrown today. Mostly they've been running the ball. And it looks like that flag isn't going to mount today. It looks like they picked it up because we're about to see a kick attempt here.
Poor snap. Extra point, no good. Score reads East LA 14.
Flag on the play as well.
Compton 6.
See what the ruling's going to be.
Sloppy first quarter for both teams when it comes to flags, right?
Penalties, I feel, are probably going to end up killing Compton in the long run. Hopefully they can clean up their game a little bit and keep these penalties to a minimum. That false start flag definitely took him out of that point after.
Going back to the Octavius Battle pass, I mean, he laid it right between the cover 2 safety and the DB in stride.
And over the shoulder as well. Like, he did not look back. It was right there in front of him. Caught it, pass catch, brought it in nice and tight. Once he knew it was in his hands to his chest, he was gone.
Give credit to Isaiah McCorker, the product from Jacksonville, Florida, coming all the way from Sandwood High School in Jacksonville, giving some life to Compton. They're going to need more points over the last 4 games in which Gudino has been head coach. As Compton kicks it out, that'll be an illegal procedure, and East LA will be given excellent field position. In the Gudino's era, ELAC has outscored Compton 220 to 36.
That is an overwhelming offensive differential if I've ever seen it. Now, do you think Compton was trying to do an onside kick with that last one, or was that just not a good kick?
They were trying something similar to a squib kick, a short kick to the up back, trying to catch East LA off guard. Just didn't go their way, as East LA will trot back onto the field, and Rudy Garcia will get his second possession on offense, as McMillan, the backup, will sit this possession. Garcia and the Huskies will operate from the 45 with 59 seconds to go in this first quarter. Shotgun set, one back. Snap, Garcia looks right, throws right. Looks like they tried the same play Compton did.
Just went over the receiver's head, just by maybe a little over a foot. Forced the receiver didn't have the hops to get it, but he might have had a hard time bringing that catch in, considering how covered well he was.
In the backfield with Garcia is Steven Munoz wearing the 31 jersey. They'll operate with 4 wide, 3 to the far side from a shotgun set. 55 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. Munoz shifted to the right. Play action, up the middle, across the 20, into the red zone. East LA attacks. Anthony Felton with a big pickup.
Wonderfully executed play by the Huskies there.
Huskies moving quickly, no huddle offense. Same formation, 3 wide to the far side. We'll keep it on the ground with Munoz. Munoz cuts it back towards the middle. Excellent pickup of 8. 2nd and 2 inside the 10 now. That should bring us to the end of the first quarter. We'll see if East LA moves quickly here. I think that'll do it. So after the first quarter, East LA at home defending the turf, up 14-6 over the visiting Compton Tartars. It's the home opener and the season opener here on SportsNetUSA.net.
And the first quarter of the floor, your Huskies 14, the Compton Tartars. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the ELAC Huskies cheer squad.
Are we recording offline or are we online? Oh, we're live. Okay, good.
College football is back. The California Community College Athletic Association kicks off this afternoon, and here at Weingart Stadium on the campus of East Los Angeles, the home Huskies up against the visiting Compton Tartars 14-6, and on the verge of putting up some more points. knocking on the footsteps here, operating from the 9-yard line, right hash. Garcia looks right, throws over the middle, bobbled, and then caught. Not drawn like that, but it works. Touchdown, Huskies. Guy McCarthy will be given credit. So it looked like Garcia was trying to go to someone else. Ball in the air, tipped up.
Garcia definitely had a different target in mind. Compton just got a finger on it. And you can see the Compton defender was very, very deflated in that he almost had that play. Laying on the floor a little while, just kind of wallowing in sadness. But unfortunately, that's going to be another Husky touchdown.
I feel like it's a sign of things to come for East LA. East LA always has its way against Compton. Last year, a 60-7 victory over Compton.
Looking to be that way so far, but hopefully Compton can overcome that, or at least they hope they can overcome that.
So the extra point, no good, shanked. Score reads 20-6. Just underway in the second quarter. I'm Dan Gudino, if you're asking, alongside Albert Robles here on SportsNetUSA.net's live coverage of Huskies football. And it's brought to you by NutriShop of Monterey Park, your sports nutrition, weight loss, and vitamin experts. Don't forget to visit NutriShop of Monterey Park on Monday, as it will have its Labor Day sale that it has every single year. Store-wide sale. Stop by, please. NutriShop of Monterey Park. So East Los Angeles is just trying to return, trying to bring back that life, that energy that the 2016 campaign brought, where it was actually just such a special year for Coach Godinez in his first season, where they were champions of the Patriotic Bowl, and it was the first time since the 2011 campaign that ELAC had won a conference championship. East LA in that first season with Godinez went 9-2 and finished the season on an 8-game win streak. Christian Reyes boots it. And this time it'll be Hills. Hills across the 20, breaks off a tackle, and a dog pile will ensue. The pack all over Hills there. Compton will operate from the 25.
Decent return for Hills for Compton on that play, getting Compton out to the 25-yard line. Just better than what would have been a touchback.
Coach Godinez, of course, operates as the head coach and also defensive coordinator. His experience, of course, as a safety. Have you seen his highlight reel, by the way, on YouTube?
I have not.
Look up Coach Godinez's highlight reel. It's so insane. All the hits he's put up against defenseless wide receivers, the good old days, man.
Based off of that description, it sounds like something worth watching.
Battle in Compton will hand off. This is Anderson, goes left side and loses a bunch, loses 5 to the 20. 2nd and 15. Clock reads 14:30 and ticking.
Not exactly the run Compton needed right now, but if you're a Husky player, it's definitely the run you wanted.
Just looking at ELAC's defense, you got to like what they're running with. They're running with a 3-3-4. You don't know who's going to be coming in on the blitz. You try to confuse you up front. Here they bring 4. Bubble screen left side complete. Lost yardage captured and then some. A gain of about 11 to the 31-yard line. Third and short now for Compton.
I'd say it's a very critical play for Compton coming up right now. 3rd and 4 on their own 31. If they're unable to convert and get a good kickoff here, if they're not able to convert, Huskies could really take over and blow this game wide open.
Empty set, just battle in the backfield for Compton. Looking left, goes left. Curl route just short of the first down yard marker. Completed by McCorker. 4th and short. We'll see what Compton elects to do. It looks like special teams units are trotting onto the field. But beware here, huh? If you're Compton, what do you do?
It's tough to say. I mean, it depends on what they can actually execute playbook-wise. I mean, that was a really good play that they selected just now, but unfortunately the Huskies defense just had terrific coverage to prevent that first down from happening. And I don't know what you're going to do with this next play here based off of that previous kick back from their last possession.
Here's the tricky part. The quarterback is the punter. Octavia's Battle is back there, but Compton will call timeout at the 12:20 mark of the second quarter. I'm Dan Gudino alongside Albert Robles for Huskies football here on SportsNetUSA.net. Weingart Stadium is the site for this afternoon's battle between the Huskies and the Tartars. 4th and short. Battle coming up to the line. East LA better beware for any trickery here. Battle also the quarterback operating double duties as the punter gets this one off. Back deep to receive is Porter. Porter from the 15 across the 20. Spins off a defender, cuts it towards the near side, still spinning around. Dogpile ensues and a stoppage at the 12:04 mark. Husky football now.
And we're going to have a flag at the conclusion of that play.
Of course. That's been the trend. All day long, a flag here, a flag there. It seems like you can't get 3 plays in a row without a flag, huh? It's okay.
Looks to be another person. I thought it's going to be face masking on Compton, which is very unfortunate. Like, they actually got a really good kickoff there. The snap wasn't the best, and you know, our quarterback slash punter was able to make the most of it. He kicked it all the way to the 20-yard line, and you know, Huskies were able to get maybe 5 yards out of that run, and now Compton just giving them more.
It seems like the biggest offenders of fouls or penalties this afternoon have been Compton. I give credit to the serious work they did during practice this week. On Monday, we were here for practice, and they were no nonsense, operating quickly. They were operating with the clock in the background. Once that clock ticked and went off, they went to the next practice, and they were running. Coach Godinez had them working hard. As McMillan returns at quarterback, McMillan will call his own number left side across the 50, shuffles around and is shoved out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Excellent pickup of about 9 or 10. We'll see if they get enough of the first down. Looks like they did. So a pickup of 11. McMillan adding up yards. The footwork from McMillan, impressive. Clock reads 11:35. East LA 21, Compton Tartars 6. Crosstown rivalry here. East LA's biggest rival, of course, Pasadena, but East LA, without a doubt, does not want to lose to Compton. Schools separated just 17 miles. McMillan in the pocket, lots of time, over the middle, no. Intended for Kadeem Richards. Richards looks like he was trying to run the out route, and McMillan was throwing a curl route, returning towards him.
Second down and 10 from the Compton 39-yard line for ELAC.
McMillan coming all the way from New Hope, Minnesota. Lots of out-of-state players for East Los Angeles. That's the type of great work Coach Godinez has done. He's starting to attract outside talent as McMillan will lead in a shotgun set, 3 wide receivers. They'll keep it on the ground. Munoz finds some space across the 30. Pickup of 9. A stoppage here.
By my eye, it looks like Munoz got that first down. Opposite line judge marks him short. Looks like they're going to move those chains after all.
Having a 2-quarterback system is nothing new for East LA as well. I mean, not since Godinez's first season in 2016 when he had Jonathan Santos, a record-breaking quarterback here. He's always had 2 quarterbacks. McMillan gets drilled, sack. Cornerback sack, Emmanuel Nikwa.
That's going to be a loss of about 6 for the Huskies there.
Untouched. So the blitz gets to the Huskies. First time the Huskies have faced some sort of adversity on offense here this afternoon. It's a good learning lesson for McMillan and a Husky offense. 2nd and 16. Ball lined up on the left hash. 4 wide receivers. McMillan looks right, calls his own number, stiff arm. Tries to avoid 2 defenders and will be dragged down for another loss. Loss of 2, 3rd and long now.
Back-to-back great defensive play by the Tartars.
So with the 21-6 lead for East LA, if you're offensive coordinator Drum, what do you do?
It's hard to say. I mean,
you stay conservative or you go for the first down?
You definitely want to stay conservative for the Huskies. Like, you've been dominating offensively this entire time. Tartars stepping up their game defensively on this one here with 2 back-to-back sacks, costing the Huskies 10 yards total so far. Let's see how McMillan responds.
Munoz lined up to the left-hand side of McMillan. McMillan steps up, throws deep, has a man. Touchdown, Huskies. Kadeem Richards.
And if there's any one way to respond, it's by McMillan airing one out to his receiver.
Compton Tartars get left sleeping.
And just when the Tartars were showing some signs of life defensively, Huskies just expose a very large weakness and just throw one deep.
McMillan to Richards, 36 yards, and now a 27-6 ball game, pending the extra point. Snap good, kick up and through. Huskies, 28. Compton, 6. This is Sportsnet USA's live coverage of Huskies football.
That's just a shame. You hate for your team to just negate all your hard work.
So it happened after he got the first down yard marker, so it'll be 1st and about 4 now.
It is a
They get pushed up to the 46 at the 6:36 mark of this third quarter. They'll do it again. Steven Munoz in the backfield leads the way, leads the block. McMillan calls his own number, picks up a yard, 2nd and 3 now. Stats. Now on the ground for McMillan. Has a TD toss as well. The field general here with 3 wide on the far side. Will look far side. Has a man open. Intercepted. Compton. Flag in the backfield. We'll see what that is about. That's unfortunate. If it's against ELAC, Compton needs anything and everything right now. Let's wait and see.
That's going to be holding on ELAC.
So they should decline the penalty, and it'll stand, right?
I believe so.
Confusion here, partner. Not sure who's.
It looks to be that Compton is accepting the holding penalty.
So the interception was negated. Holding call stands.
Looks like they're opting to just take the better field position.
13 and 3 now. From the 27. McMillan will keep it on the ground. Rolls out. Has a man open. Floats it up. Caught. Across the 40. Across the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Huskies. Justin Gayton. 73-yard strike. McMillan to Gayton.
And that was just a perfect laser of a pass for McMillan. And a terrific response considering the almost interception that happened on the previous play.
So that was actually Tyson Schilling with the reception. So a comeback route turned into 50-plus yards into the end zone. Poor tackling there. Extra point good. Now a 42-8 ball game. Huskies in control. So next week, ELAC will be welcoming Chaffey College. That will be a 6 p.m. kickoff. As Reyes boots it. And Hills will field at the 7. Cuts it towards the middle of the field, has some space across the 25 and brought down at about the 30-yard line as another flag comes in. What's the stat on penalties, partner?
I've just about lost count at this point. Although it seems to be that as of lately, most of the flags have been for a delay of game, which, while unfortunate, at least is reassuring knowing that they're making less personal fouls like they were earlier in the first half.
Flag is against the Tartars. That'll push them back to the 15 with 5:17 to go in this third quarter. East LA 42, Compton Tartars 8. From Weingart Stadium on the campus of East LA College. Thankful and grateful you could join us. I'm Dan Gudino alongside Albert Robles, here for our live coverage of Huskies football on sportsnetusa.net. Presented by NutriShop of Monterey Park, your sports nutrition, weight loss, and vitamin experts. Blitz comes in. Bubble screen right side, incomplete. That's blown up by East LA. Battle just had to throw that away quickly. The blitz was in his face there. 2nd and 10, 5:15 remains. Third quarter. So after next week's home game, East LA will hit the road September 18th at San Diego Mesa as Battle looks right, throws right. It's McCroker who gets brought down right at the line of scrimmage. East LA all over that. They read it to perfection. Avery Bass with the tackle. Bass, one of the team captains for East LA, showing us why. 3rd and long now. Ball lined up now on the right hash as Battle and the Tartars line up with 4 wide, 3 to the far side, lone receiver near side. Blitz comes in over the middle, under duress, will have to step up, will not escape, sack. That's Jonathan Perkins with the sack. Get some props from Godinez as Perkins steps off the field. Battle gets up gingerly, hobbling towards the far sideline. We'll see if he comes back. Remember, he's also the punter, so Compton will have to go with someone else now.
It's really the last thing you want to have happen if you're Compton, is to see your quarterback and your primary punter exit the game.
So that'll leave Cleveland Farmer as the backup. We'll see if he gets action if Battle doesn't come back in a horrible punt. Takes a bounce at the 30 and takes a Husky bounce forward. It's about the 27-yard line.
That's a solid 15-yard punt.
Rudy Garcia and East LA will now operate in excellent field position. 3:50 remains in this one. After the game in San Diego, September the 18th, they'll continue on the road. September the 25th at Saddleback. They'll return home in October for 2 straight games with Cerritos and Allen Hancock, and then back on the road at Long Beach. So stick around here on Sportsnet USA. We expect much better games this season from East LA. This one, East LA has been completely dominant. This time they get a flag, a delay a game. Garcia just took too long to get the play off. This time they'll line up straight at the ball. 1st and 15, 3:50 remains. Play action over the middle, incomplete, intended for Richards.
Pass intended for number 10, James Richards, is incomplete.
Each side is 12 penalties, and that doesn't include the offset.
So if you're Godinez, which quarterback are you leaning towards if there was such a case to pick just one?
So
McMillan or Garcia?
based off the performance from McMillan so far, I'm leaning towards him. Garcia, I don't know if it's necessarily on him or his offensive line, but that safety earlier in the game was not exactly inspiring.
Mason, open space, inside the 15. Tackled out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. Flag comes in.
Tackle by number 3, Armando Pinion.
Mason showing off those legs yet again. Hopefully it won't be all for now, although that flag came from the Tartar side of the ball.
What would have been a 2.5, 3-hour game is now officially what? Going to be extended because of these flags. So holding call does back up East LA. Game clock held still at 3:37.
The result of that flag is probably going to be a gain of about 3. Huskies about going to be 1st and 12 now.
Over the middle, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Tyson Schilling couldn't bring that one in. Gotta like the size of Schilling. 6 feet, 175. So third down now, 3rd and 12. So East LA has only punted once all game long.
And that just shows how dominant the offense have been so far.
Garcia steps up, will take off himself across the 20, gets the first down, puts down his shoulder and gets to about the 11-yard line. A pickup of 15 by Garcia. So Garcia also has some legs too. It's not just McMillan, huh?
Seems to be that way. Garcia showing that he can actually play as well. He took a pretty good clip before actually eventually being brought down. Got what seemed to be a good 5 yards, I would say, after that initial hit, showing that he can actually stay with the ball when he's running with it.
Garcia has a ton of experience, played the varsity level at his sophomore season, started his junior and senior season at Lugo. Here he goes, right side, caught. Believe that's Schilling with the catch. Nope. McCarthy with the catch. Right inside the 5-yard line now. So 2nd and short. Looking to add more.
And that catch was for about 9 yards. So no first down, but they still have a chance to actually get another set of downs.
Mason is in the backfield behind Garcia. Got a tight end in there. That's Vega. Mason slips through into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Huskies 48, Compton 8. 2:06 remains in this third quarter, pending the extra point. That's 4 by Mason, 4 touchdowns.
That would be touchdown number 4 by Mason.
This one here from 4 yards out. Snap good, hold good, kick up and through. East LA 49, Compton Tartars 8. Officially no chance for Compton, partner?
Compton's done. There's no chance that they have left to actually come back in this game.
But still plenty of time to learn from, as East LA will now be booting away to Compton. Still lots to learn and develop. If I'm Compton, you can't quit on this one.
And that's entirely true. Even though Compton does not have a chance to get back into this game, I've always felt that games where there are complete blowups like this do serve as excellent learning opportunities and allow players to kind of get a little creative, like with their actual plays, and see what they're really capable of, knowing that there really isn't a risk and that you've already lost the game. Maybe something good could come out of it.
Christian Reyes boots one to the right side. It'll be Hills from his 15, finds some space, wiggles around, and is met by 3 Huskies at the 39. Late
And
flags
here
come
the
in.
flags.
The extracurricular activity. Things are getting personal, man.
And at this stage in the game, it just seems so unnecessary. Because, like, for the Huskies, I mean, like, you're already dominating the game as it is. You have a 41-point lead. There's really no need to be more aggressive than you already are. And for Compton, like, you're just trying to stay in it, have a little sense of pride and confidence, knowing that you can at least still play the game with some heart and some pride, and, you know, show as much effort as you can despite the losing effort.
So in the Bobby Godinez era against Compton, East LA has outscored Compton 269 to 44 points.
Compton will have the ball first and 10 to the ELAC 46-yard line.
I expect in the fourth quarter to see a lot more jerseys from ELAC. This is the type of game where if you're on the winning side, a lot of fun in the locker room. Everybody gets to play. Compton keeps it on the ground, run right. So far a loss. It will be a loss of about 1. With the carry was Muhammad. 2nd and 10. Under a minute 30 to go in this third quarter. So a lot has happened since the pandemic, good and bad for East Los Angeles football. For one, during the pandemic, former head coach of ELAC, Al Padilla, passed away in his sleep at the age of 90. He was actually the last and the only head coach to win a state title in 1974, as Compton operates with 3 wide receivers out of a pistol. Pitch left. Finding some space. And a decent pickup of 8. That's Emmanuel.
We got 2 flags on that one. Looks like his effort might be brought back.
So also, after the 2019 season, we witnessed Tony Harris, the first woman to play football at ELAC, also receive a full college football scholarship. She was also placed in a Toyota commercial ad that appeared during Super Bowl 53. So some good, some bad after the 2019 season, and after 627 days of no football, we're finally here back at Weingart, and so far off to a good start for East LA, as they've been in control of this one. 49-8, under 50 seconds to go.
I don't think there was ever a doubt in ELAC's mind that they were going to come away with this game with a victory, but it's still an important game to win at home, knowing your opponent, like knowing who your opponent's going to be next week. always helps to have that nice little boost of confidence.
Emmanuel Nowak was the one who carried there. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and long, under 20 seconds to go. That should bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter.
Ball marked down at the 43-yard line. Tartars.
So on Thursday, when a player tested positive for COVID on the Huskies side, we didn't even know we were going to go into this 4th quarter because we thought the first 2 games were on the verge of being canceled. So a team party was trying to shut down the show. The doctor was explaining, hey, you've got a player with COVID, and anyone near that player should now be in quarantine for 10 days. But it turned out that ELAC had done the right thing with that player because he noticed symptoms prior to getting tested, and so they quarantined him. Or kept him away more than 15 feet from the team. And they caught all of that in their practice film, the proof. So the proof was in the pudding that the season must continue because ELAC followed all its protocols, all its guidelines, and here they are into game 1, into the 4th quarter with a big-time lead, 15 minutes away from capturing its first. Victory since the 2019 season when it came away with the victory here against, I believe, Moore Park. It's been a while.
Been a long time.
Start of the 4th quarter, ELAC 49, Compton 8. Compton will operate right to left now. It's good to see Battle staying in the ball game. Takes a snap, throws right. Looks like it was complete. A floating pass. It's actually a new quarterback. That's Cleveland Farmer who floated one to the right side, complete. So a gain of about 10 there will create a 3rd and long now. Excuse me, 4th and long. Offense looks like it's staying on the field as the ball's marked in Husky territory at the 49.
Very unfortunate so far to see that Battle has yet to return to the game. Even though, Compton doesn't have a chance to win it, hopefully it doesn't have any negative impact for the rest of the Tartar season.
Farmer shaking around in the backfield, will take off himself, puts his head down and gets taken down. Good tackle by Jeremiah Jackson Trotter.
And we got a flag on the 50-yard line. We'll see what that means for this play here.
And even Farmer's limping, just like Battle did when he was out at quarterback. So who's quarterback now? They don't have they have Eric Salas from Marcus High School in Huntington Park listed as the number 3 quarterback. So we won't find out who comes out in the next possession until East LA gets done with its own possession. Turnover on downs. Husky football now at the 13:58 mark of this 4th quarter. East LA trying to return to its winning ways as it did in 2016, 2017. 2 straight losing seasons. 4-6 records over the last 2 years. As Mason will dive forward, pick up a 4, 2nd and 6. McMillan out at quarterback. So we got a whistle here, not sure why.
Ball moves to the ELAC 47-yard line.
2nd and 6 now. From the 47. Good snap. That's the 9 jersey. That's Guy McCarthy, who picks up the first down. That was actually Pedro Amasu. Amasu stays at running back. They'll call his number again. Right side, finds some space, stays on his feet, down the sideline. Touchdown, Huskies. Balance, control.
Fantastic running effort.
Pedro Amuso.
And Amuso, pretty much, I would say, if I were him, I'd go right over and say, hey, I can run a touchdown too. I wouldn't be surprised if there's maybe some friendly competition so he can get the most.
From 53 yards out into the end zone. That's 2 straight possessions where Compton just had trouble tackling. Extra point up and through. Makes it a 56-8 ball game. By the way, 13:05 remains. Lots of time.
A lot of time left on the clock for Compton to do anything. Anything at this point would be a change of pace in this game.
And unlike the high school level, no mercy rule, no running clock. Or is there? In a little bit.
Tell them and say, hey, just take off like 10 seconds extra each time. They won't even know. That's it. Just run it until the refs catch it.
So Reyes comes out for the 8th time to boot it out into the hands of Compton. The kick. Beautiful kick. Rolls to the back of the end zone. Touchback, Compton. So we saw Battle limp off the field. We saw Farmer limp off the field. Who's that quarterback for Compton?
Compton takes over the ball first and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
Looks like they'll be going with, let's see who that is.
Probably number 10.
That's the 10 jersey. That's Muhammad. Muhammad will take the high snap. They'll keep it on the ground between the hashes. A decent gain. Pickup of about 6 or 7. That was Tanner Anderson with the carry. 2nd and 4 now.
Gets the ball out to the Compton 32-yard line.
So this is the 3rd quarterback in for Compton. 2 injuries to the first 2 quarterbacks. Both injuries appeared to be lower leg injuries as well. Muhammad, right side, calls his own number, pushes the pile, manages to pick up 5 and a first down. So we're starting to see some of the jerseys rotate for East LA as more players are getting some action now. That's always fun, seeing everybody play as the clock continues to wind under 12 minutes.
Antonio Nava on the stop for the Huskies.
The home opener for Godinez and the Huskies, a success as they look to pick up victory number 1. The end around gets blown up, possibly a yard. The carry by Karen Coles, blown up in the backfield. Antonio Nava blows that one out. Second and 8 from the 39. So after skipping the 2020 season, everyone's just glad to be back to some type of normalcy. During 2020, only 5 teams actually played. A couple teams from the north and 1 lone team from the south. That was Antelope Valley. Here, 4 wide receivers set, quick pass is batted down. Batted down in the backfield. The 26 jersey of Christian Hall bat down the pass from Muhammad. That'll create 3rd and 8. 10:45 to go in this home opener.
Compton with a third down from their own 39-yard line.
So East LA nearly matching the 2019 final against Compton. That was a 60-7 final here. 56-8. Full house formation with the pitch to the outside goes nowhere. Stoned in the backfield, possibly a loss of 1. That will bring up 4th down.
Ball carrier for Compton College.
So we were assured that there's no quarterback controversy at ELAC. 0. Godinez, Coach Drum, and company, that's just the system they run, a 2-quarterback system. The only reason Rudy Garcia got the nod is he's coming back for his sophomore season after getting some snaps during the 2019 season. Clock continues to wind under 10:25. A lot of confusion from the Compton side. Trying to set up their punting formation. Nice end-over-end kick, fielded at the 30. Down the sideline. Some space. Gets whacked. Late hit.
That's going to be an instant flag.
That was Guy McCarthy with the carry.
The receiver for the Huskies.
He got blown up out of bounds unfairly.
Not the prettiest of sight, and you can even hear the crowd react to just how brutal of a hit that was.
I guess the mindset for Compton is nothing to lose at this point, right? That's not fair, though. I was way out of bounds.
It just isn't. Yeah. And, like, it's completely unnecessary if you're the Huskies. Like, there's really no need to play with that level of intensity. Like, you always want to play hard, but at the same time, like, you don't want to go out to hurt somebody like that. And hopefully he isn't hurt, especially considering you still have the rest of the season to actually play.
So at this point, what Bobby Godinez is telling me by sending Rudy Garcia out there is, let's pile it on. I mean, after that hit especially, I mean.
Huskies have the ball first and 10 from the Compton 38-yard line.
Especially since McMillan has had most of the reps so far this game. If you're going to run your 2-quarterback system, might as well have your second quarterback actually do some work.
Garcia completes near side. Decent pickup of about 5. The 87 jersey, Ismael Lopez. Lopez is actually one of the returning players from the 2019 campaign. It's good to see him back into some action. Flags on the field on the previous play. Let's see what the call is from the head official. Holding Huskies.
Official call is holding against these Los Angeles Colors.
Clock is held at 9:54. East LA backed up to the 48 of Compton. It's good to see the head official roll his arm around and say, hey, start the clock.
First down for the Huskies.
Let that thing roll. Let that thing wind.
Yeah, I'm sure the refs have places to be too.
4 wide receivers for ELAC, still aggressively playing. Running back screen. Some blockers. They pick up some of the lost yardage across the 45 to the 44. Pick up a 4 by East LA there.
For your Huskies.
So Christopher Castillo there with the catch. And a flag again. Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer is called against the Compton Tartars.
So that will give East LA an automatic first down at the 9:18 mark.
Ball moved to the
For Compton next week, they'll be hosting Santa Monica. That's a 6 p.m. start. And then the following week, they'll host LA Harbor. They'll get into conference play October the 2nd when they travel all the way up to the desert to play Victor Valley.
First and 10, East Los Angeles Colors.
Quick pass. Garcia completes. And quickly blown up. It was Lopez with the catch. Just picks up a yard. Zion Frazier was all over that one and blew it up.
Pass completed, number 87, Ismael Lopez of your
2nd and 10, under 8:50 we go. East LA run right. And a decent carry by Christopher Castillo, who might have picked up the first down. He does. Pickup of 10 there by Castillo.
Castillo, the ball carrier for your Huskies.
The 91 jersey of Compton gets up slowly, so we'll stop play. Mark Collins slowly gets up. Yeah, decides to step off.
You know, it's very unfortunate to see for Compton just another player limping off the field. Luckily, it's under his own power, but just another body down on what is already an injury-depleted team.
Bubble screen near side complete. That's Ross. Ross with a decent pickup of about 7. 2nd and 3 now inside the 15. ELAC attacks. Under 8 minutes now. You could see on the sideline of East Los Angeles, the intensity still at a high level. Not taking for granted any snap. Quick slant over the middle, touchdown. Jalen Ross, the connection from Garcia, works to perfection. East LA 62 now. Compton 8, pending the extra point.
Huskies just laying it on thick now against the Tartars. At some point, you have to just stop, right?
Could be personal. You keep going. You keep piling it on. All that extracurricular activity down the sidelines, the late hits. Lots of pushing and shoving between and after plays.
Lots of pushing and shoving.
Extra point through the uprights. Makes it a 63-8 ball game.
Your Huskies cheer squad.
So next week, East LA will host Chaffey College. Chaffey College hasn't been to East LA in quite a while as Reyes boots it deep. Excellent kick by Reyes. Reyes has got a leg. That's his 9th time coming out for a boot. Excuse me, 8th.
And I think almost every single time,
All
Kicked it
except
to the
for
end zone.
one, I think.
Yeah, like all
except the
except for one.
safety. Because obviously you kick it from way back deeper.
Yeah.
So that would be the only. So he's been out 9 times to kick. It's an active kicker, man.
Just a reminder, fans, your Huskies return to action 1 week from today.
And he's 100% on extra points too, right? Yeah.
Has not yet missed. Been very, very consistent so far in this game. And based off of the pacing and how much time is left, I would not be surprised if the Huskies make it 70.
So a bunch of New Jerseys out on the field for East LA now. The bottom parts of the depth chart getting some action now at the 7:34 mark. Blitz comes in, bubble screen right side. Compton receiver bulldozing forward and a pickup of about 6. That was the 21 jersey. Anthony Barmer.
Given the long relationship that ELAC has with Compton and what the score is right now, I'm curious as to what the single game scoring record is between these two teams.
Emmanuel, bubble screen right side. It's being called a forward pass. East LA reacting like if it was a lateral pass. That brings up 3rd and short. 6:51 to go. So SportsNetUSA.net will be bringing you all of the 2021 season for East LA football. And into the fall in November, we'll bring you at least 20 games of men's and women's basketball. So lots of action coming up for Sportsnet USA as a bad pitch is being It has been able to be recovered by Tanner Anderson. High toss, dropped and then picked up. Loss of about 5 creates 3rd and long.
Picks up a 4th down for the Tartars.
You can see Coach Gudino is having fun on the sideline.
Second pass was complete to Tanner Anderson.
4th and long. Looks like Compton has put up the white flag and elected not to go for it on 4th downs anymore. Instead, punting it. Decent punt. Into Husky territory. It takes a Compton bounce. And Porter will avoid a defender. Still on his feet. Avoids another. Across the 40. Cuts it back. Slips another tackle. Won't slip a second and a third one. As he gets brought down at midfield. Late flag comes in. Things get personal once again.
Such is the theme of this game today. Everything has been personal.
Another late flag comes in. As Trayshawn McMillan came in and was making fun of the official, flag comes in. So the ELAC coach is asking their players get back behind the line. It's not worth it. This one's over. As we're wasting more time. This game started at 1 p.m., by the way. Officially 3 hours into this one, not 4.
Feels like 4.
Hey, it's been a long day.
It feels like 4.
Feels like 4, right?
It's 93 degrees out. We're out here in the heat.
Well, it starts to do when this happens. Don't worry, they're not going to arrest you. Just go.
At this point, instead of throwing flags, they should start ticketing people now.
Rancho Cucamonga, hour and 15 minutes away. Game starts at 6. Probably not going to get there.
With the penalties, the Chesney East Los Angeles College will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line.
So a bunch of penalties were called, and I think everything just offsets itself and restarts as if nothing has happened.
That seems about right.
No harm, no foul. Ball marked at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, ref's not moving the ball at all. It's pretty much right where it is.
Head official way on the far sideline, giving his explanation to head coach Al Dorsey. Dorsey in his 3rd season, 5th year with Compton. Before taking on the head coaching role, he was an assistant with the Tartars. So McMillan and East LA come back on offense. 5 minutes, 39 seconds remain in this one. A blowout from Weingart so far. McMillan will keep. Gets the 1st down across the 40, a pickup of 14. At this point, East LA is just padding the stats, huh?
Stop by number 23, Abdullah for the Compton Tartars.
New quarterback in, the 16 jersey. As McMillan has had enough, they won't risk him anymore. Justin Gayden in at quarterback now, the big boy. 6'2", 230, by the way. Gayton's first throw, bounces it in front of Thomas Serrano. Sidearm throw does not work this time. Clock held right at 5 minutes.
Second down from the Huskies for the Compton 38-yard line.
Gayton will hand off. Adolfo Torres with the carry. Just picks up 4. 2nd and 6. Antoine Martin now in at running back. So the stable of running backs coming in for some action.
At this point in time, it just makes sense to have fun with it, see what different quarterbacks can do a little bit of experimenting.
3 wide this time. They'll pound the rock. Open space, trips up, turf monster, taking him down. Martin with an excellent carry.
Martin, the ball carrier for ELAC. Picks up another Husky first down.
Eric Bogan now in at running back. We'll see if he tallies a carry here. Under 3:40 on the game clock. Bogan, the product from Alabama.
Eric Bogan, the ball carrier for ELAC.
He attended Greenville High School in Greenville, Alabama.
Brings up a second down for the Huskies.
He picked up about 8 or 9 there. Well, the theme, at least in this possession, is pound, pound, pound the rock. So that's a good thing.
The more you run, the more you get off the clock.
Torres, no, it's McMillan, no. It's quarterback keeper to perfection.
Keeper, touchdown, Huskies.
And that's
So
at least the 6th running touchdown today for the Huskies. Not really airing it out today.
I got to check the record books, but that might be the most points scored by a Husky team ever.
I was running that myself, and based off how well they've been doing, I wouldn't be surprised if that is a scoring record for this team.
Extra point through. A 70 bomb dropped by the Huskies. So we'll check if that's a record. So I'll throw the sports information director under the bus. He says, roll with it. School record, 70 points. 2:49 to go in this blowout. Reyes comes out for the 10th time. Still has plenty of leg.
And that is going to be another touchback.
What a weapon to have, right?
And yes, the Husky offense have very much exploited the weaknesses of this Compton defense. It's very clear that the Huskies know what to do with their variety of weapons that they have offensively. They have a great kicker who can consistently kick for touchback.
hasn't missed a single field goal all day. They run the ball well on the ground. They can air it out when they absolutely need to. They know how to utilize their weapons.
Here at Compton, we'll try to create anything and get something on the scoreboard and make it look much more respectable. ELAC having fun. Everybody's played. Emmanuel will go deep. Intercepted and fumbled and picked up by Compton. Omar Carranza came away with an interception and then gave it back.
You don't see that very often.
That's actually the 30 jersey. That was Steven Jimenez with the interception and then later dropped it. And as Anderson, the running back, recovered for Compton.
We'll see if the Tartars can, make something out of nothing with this effort here. First and 10, and that is going to be another interception for the Huskies, and this time it's actually going to stick. No fumble recovery on this one.
So Husky football once again.
ELAC will take over the football first and 10 from their own 48-yard line.
Very fun and interesting developments in this late stage of the game. Just when you thought Compton was going to have something going with that interception that was fumbled and recovered again by Compton, only to throw another interception.
Victory formation for East LA, finally.
Like, if you're Compton there, you had to be hoping, like, maybe we can get something positive out of this, hopefully a score, maybe make some good plays. And then it all just fell apart. Their confidence has absolutely been shaken in this game the entire time.
So the dog pack finally done eating and electing to get into victory formation, kneel this one out, and stop the suffering, right?
Yep. It's about time. Put them down. And the Huskies players are going to sleep well today.
Fun times from Weingart Stadium next week, 6 p.m. kickoff against Chaffey College. It'll be the first time in 6 years that East Los Angeles takes on Chaffey. The Panthers will travel about 33 miles into Monterey Park from Ontario. As this one winds down, second and long now. So if there is a player of the game, I think we got to give it to Mason.
I'd have to
for
say
his
so.
4 tubs on the ground. Rushing touchdowns, both from 1 yard out. It was respectable in the second quarter for a bit. A 28-6 ball game. Then a safety, 28-8. We were thinking, well, maybe Compton will make some noise. Wasn't the case.
There was a very strong chance that Compton could keep it interesting. And they did for the rest of that half, but then eventually it just turned into the laugher that it is.
That will do it. The Huskies win their season home opener, 70-8, a knockout. Wasn't pretty for Compton, but for East Los Angeles, maybe a sign of things to come. Hopefully, they're trying to bounce back from 2 straight losing seasons. Here, they're off to a good start.
Excellent start. Great game against, a hotly contested team. Well, I don't know about hotly contested. It's a rivalry team, so to speak.
Yeah.
I definitely not so friendly competition back between the two teams, but definitely it's like some heated blood between the two teams altogether. What we're going to call a scoring record for East Los Angeles College, 70-point win, 62 differential over the Tartars here. Definitely something that I haven't seen my time covering East LA.
That will do it for us here on Sportsnet USA.net's live coverage of Huskies football, and it was all brought to you by DG Sports Marketing and Broadcasting, helping your company find a sound path, and by NutriShop of Monterey Park, your sports nutrition, weight loss, and vitamin experts, and by IR Business Inc. Does your tax return come with a team of specialists? Ours does at IR Business Inc. The Huskies victorious at home at Weingart Stadium, 70-8 over the Compton Tartars. Good night. Join us next week